Cruelty-free roses. No stems cut, no bushes disturbed, just paint. Welcome to the Untalented Copycat, a channel where I learn watercolor from scratch while navigating aphantasia, which simply means I can picture anything in my mind. And to guide me on my journey, every other week I follow along with tutorials from artists who know what they're doing. My mother taught me to respect nature, to leave flowers where they grow. She never let us pick them, said they deserve to live their full life on the bush, the same way she can't stand the idea of a caged animal. So for most of my life, cut flowers felt almost wrong to me, a shortened life taken for decoration. Then, Teacher Appreciation Week came along, ended up having to buy a few bouquets. I kept some of the roses for myself, and I realized I don't have any roses growing in my yard. If I hadn't kept those cut ones, I never would have gotten to really look at one up close. So today I'm painting roses. Borrowed technique, borrowed flowers. I want to ask you something before we get too deep into this. Is there something you were taught as a kid, something that felt completely normal to everyone else, that you always felt was wrong or forbidden, just because of how you were raised? Tell me what it is in the comments. I want to get to know the people watching this. You're learning all these little details about me. I genuinely love to know a few things about you too. This tutorial is a little bit different because I didn't follow a full tutorial this time. I followed the short. It's short, but she shows clearly how she paints a rose, a bud, a leaf. She paints the petals in loose overlapping strokes, using the brush strokes I just learned from episode 5, by the way. The thin to thick strokes for the petal edges, and the C-stroke for the curve of each bud. No step-by-step, no walkthrough, just watch, repeat, watch again, and repeat. I started a second rose. I got so caught up layering the petals, adding one more, then one more, then one more, that I didn't notice how big it was getting until it was already enormous. This is rose number 2. It is technically also a rose. It is also the size of a small cabbage. I only painted 2 roses this whole episode. One normal, one that got away from me completely. One thing I learned today is that I genuinely cannot tell when to stop layering petals. Apparently, that is its own skill, separate from knowing how to paint one in the first place. But these roses won't wither, not the normal one and not the cabbage one either. So here are Lacey's roses, and here are mine. That's episode 6. 2 roses, 1 normal, 1 absolutely not, a technique borrowed from a short, and a story from my mother that I didn't expect to bring up today. If you haven't told me yet about something that you were taught as a kid that felt forbidden, the comments are right there. I really do want to know. If this one made you laugh or feel something, or you just want to see the cabbage rose one more time, that's what the like button is for. If you want to be reminded when episode 7 is ready, subscribe and hit the bell. I'll be painting something refreshing and summery. See you next time.